Yes, very, very interesting because I don't know, being not an expert on marketing, but like trying to make it through. And we know about all the sales funnel, and you need to do content. But for example, this makes a lot of sense. Like if you're going to do the same, making your content, making appearance, making networking, generating trust, likability, and all that, just to build the relations, you need to make, like you say, maybe one thing different, maybe as your label, maybe the way you deliver. And I don't know if you can give us like some kind of example, like to illustrate, like for example, you make your label different, but what other things that have you experiment or do with some customers, like to show of what things that you can do to make different things in your marketing?
So it's funny, right before we were talking just now, I was with a group of entrepreneurs who are reading the book and just giving them some ideas. So one of the easiest ways to find different ideas is to look outside your industry. And this is key. Don't look inside your industry, because that becomes incestuous, meaning people copy each other. You'll see the same 5 or 6 marketing pieces go around. There's a gym, for physical fitness down the street, and they all have before and after pictures on their windows. And there's like 3 of them on the same street, and they're all the same pictures. Person unfit, person fit, woman unfit, woman fit. And you just see over and over again, these people, men and women, going from unfit to fit. It's their customers. That is the common noise. Well, one gym looked outside the industry. It happened that they were at a theme park or whatever, and they went to a fun house. And those fun houses, they have mirrors that make you look like a space alien and stuff like that. And people love to take pictures. Well, what they did is they put mirrors in their window. They got rid of all those before and after pictures. They got one mirror that makes you look kind of really short and like kind of flattened out. Another one that stretches you out and makes you look super lean. And above the one mirror, they put the word before, and on the other mirror, they put the word after. And people now start taking pictures of themselves in the mirror at the store. And it says, now that you've been transformed in a mirror, let's do it in your own mirror at home. Come inside and we'll do it for you.
Wow.
The foot traffic skyrocketed. So the technique is take an idea from outside your industry, fun houses, and bring it into your industry. You'll be the first to do it. First means different, and all the opportunity goes your way.
Okay, so that's an idea, to get ideas from other industries. I think that you also, if you can share with us, I think in one convocation, the idea of being like one step ahead with this. If I remember, with the security customer that you have. If you can share that story, that I found it very, very wow. But it's a very wow opportunity.
So I've worked with 2 security companies now, and in 2 different scenarios. So I'll give you both. One is I noticed that the way this one security company was behaving was people. What they did was they were, at the elevators in their nondescript uniforms, and people would walk in and not see the security company. And the security company was struggling because they were competing on price. So what we did is we changed their uniform from a nondescript kind of blue uniform to wearing a suit. They had a suit, a briefcase, and we put sunglasses on them, and we got this little plastic ear thing. And now the security guard would stand there, and when people were walking in, every so often they were just doing this, just talking into their lapel. It was a whole act. But customers changed their behavior. No longer was it someone you didn't notice. Now you're like, oh my God, the FBI or the CIA is here.
Secret Service.
This building got all his attention. More occupants came into the building because this building became the talk of the town. The security company was using marketing to grow exposure for the building itself. And they were able to get more money because they became a marketing force. But there's another example of a security company that was struggling that I just helped recently. And what we did is we identified their perfect customer. And we said, well, tell us about this customer and how did they get marketed to by all the other security companies? Well, all the other security companies try to wine and dine, or they'll maybe do a mailing campaign where you get a postcard saying, we're ready to be your security company. So we said, okay, what everyone else is doing, we can't do. That's lesson 1. What is different? And the different thing we did is we took the owner and he sat outside this one building of this company we're targeting. They owned the entire building. They were outside in the public space on the sidewalk. And you could see in the distance in the building was the CEO's corner suite with all the glass windows up there. And he sat there and he had a big sign, a billboard they put into the grass that said, "We are ready to serve you. We're ready to provide security services effectively, immediately. Please call my cell." And he had a cell number there. He dressed in his security uniform and had a cell phone on his hand and just stood there. We then had a box delivered by courier to the CEO's suite. And it says, "Please open immediately." And inside it was a pair of binoculars. And it says, "We're ready to provide security services to you at any time you desire. Even now, look outside your window." And then, the gatekeeper, the receptionist opened it and gave it right to the CEO. The CEO, she walked to the corner suite, took the binoculars, looked outside the window, and sure enough, saw the owner of the security company down there with the sign. And she picked up her cell phone and goes, "Is that really you?" And he goes, "A1 Security, yes, it is. We're ready to serve you." And she was blown away. She got the conversation. They got the conversation immediately.
Yeah, 2-3 minutes. So for just like the final thought about what would you recommend like to do immediately to someone that it's like in this things like to market different, like what would be like the 2-3
Yeah,
like,
what can you do today?
Yeah,
So
be different, like let's make something different.
I found that so many people are afraid to market in a new way, but when they realize it is a kind act, they start believing it and they start marketing differently. Therefore, the thing you can start doing today is simply random acts of kindness. Go up to someone and say some nice words to them and see how you feel. Put a quarter or put some money into a parking meter for someone else and see how you feel. Once you start seeing that when you do something that serves someone else, that you feel good, that builds our muscle to start doing marketing acts of kindness. So starting today, there's no excuse. Start being kind toward others, and then your marketing will start to flourish because it's easy, because it is kind.
Okay, very, very practical things. And just to close, this kind of being not being seen is like to be in this vulnerable position, and people doesn't want to be vulnerable. As you say, we have these two bipolar,
the devil and the angel. Yeah,
and I think like this narrative of being kindness just like maybe equalize or neutralize the vulnerability thing that sometimes we don't want to be this different. So very, very, very thoughtful tip of you, Mike. Well, it was a pleasure to have. We'll hope to have you closer. And just to finish, I appreciate really that you give me this time. I'm starting to do this just to let you know these different things.
Good.
And last Friday I was in ProfitCon and on Tuesday that I heard you sign this kindness, I was, yes, why not? And that make a very change of mind.
Yeah, why not? And why not? The world is starving for you, Juano. What you do is a big deal, particularly in Latin America. I mean, we need the message on Profit First to expand. We need you delivering it. So go, baby, go.
Yes. I have a lot of work to do. That I'm very happy to find Profit First. It has been like before and after of my practice and my customer practice.